Welcome to the NCHA. I'm Director of Communications Steve Schauer, joined here tonight by the Men's Player of the Month, Bobby Price from Trine. Bobby, when you look at the month of January, I'll give you some of the numbers. Tied for first with 4 multi-point games, 6 goals. You added 5 assists for a total of 11 points, and you also tossed in 2 power play goals there. When you hear those numbers and you kind of assess your play for the month of January, reflect back and kind of talk about the last month and what made you successful.
It was right after the break, and I just think going home, seeing family was nice. And I just think that just sticking to it and what our coaches want. We've been practicing a lot, and we have a lot of skills and stuff like that for just getting shots off quick and getting them off in the right spots. So I think just sticking to it and doing what works.
When you look at the month of January, Trine hugely successful. You guys are up to number 9 in the country for rankings, which is the highest in program history. Talk about the team as a whole in the month of January. What got everything clicking and all the guys on the same page?
I just think it was the guys kind of realized the chance we had for trying history, and we realized that this team had a chance to maybe get some banners in here. We don't have any yet, so we're just a young program trying to get things started, and we got excited about it, so we started rolling.
With that being said, the young program, no banners in the rafters yet. Is that really what drives you personally and then the team as a whole? And I guess how much is that even talked about?
It's talked about quite a bit, us being a young team and that we don't have any banners yet. We want to one day be a team that has a bunch of banners in the stands, and we just want to, and that does drive me and our team personally because not seeing anything up there is kind of just sucks.
When you look at this season and you've had immense success so far, what are some of the goals that you guys have checked off and maybe just a couple of those that are left out there that maybe could get accomplished here in the next month?
We have a new season record that we could hit with wins this year. Other than that, we haven't really hit anything too much that we haven't hit the last 2 years. Um, so this year is just kind of more of just we need to be better. Like we've gotten to the same spot, so we just got to work harder.
Bobby, can you talk about the pressure as of late, up to number 9 in the country in rankings, currently 10. You won six of the last 9 games, I believe it is. I mean, is it keep building? And I guess how do you guys handle that?
I don't think we really see it as pressure, more as just motivation of just that's not enough. Like every time we see our new rankings, we look at it and we're like, okay, what's next? There's no kind of, oh, they're satisfied or anything like that. So,
I'm gonna correct myself. 7 of the last 9 you've won. Can you reflect back on last weekend? A little bit of rocky road, a tough series against Lawrence. You lost one of those games and came back on Saturday and won in overtime. Maybe what was said in the locker room, some of the upperclassmen, because up to this last weekend, you guys are rolling pretty good.
yeah, during that one, it was just kind of, we couldn't get the puck in the back of the net and the bounces weren't coming for us. So we were just kind of, the older guys were just trying to get the younger guys to realize that you got to get in front of the net and you got to be dirty a little bit. It's not going to be all cute and fancy. So the older guys were just trying to get younger guys to toughen up a little bit.
With being a younger program, as you mentioned before, and you get in instances like that, is there an upperclassman that steps up to speak, or is Coach Todd saying certain things? Because yes, you've been in these situations, those tough games as you talked about before, but you start getting into success and start feeling what that's like. You get in these tough situations, it might feel different. Is that right?
Yes, that is true. And Coach Todd he's very good at trying to keep us in our place too. When we're getting those situations, he gets on us. He gets on us for sure, but it's all out of knowing that we can do better. He definitely can let loose and tear into us, but that we need it though when we're playing like that.
Can you talk about Coach Todd and maybe the message he's had as of late or just the season as a whole? Because as you mentioned a couple times here, this season's a little bit different than before.
Yeah, the message he's at is I kind of said it already, is that we can be better. Like we come in each week and we have a meeting and we talk about just the things that we did wrong, and then we also talk about the things that we did good and just how to improve on everything. And we go through video on Monday and we do and just see the things that we need to improve on for the next weekend. And we prioritize each weekend. And we make sure that each weekend is its own thing. We don't look ahead and we don't look behind, and that's about it.
Looking at one weekend at a time, let's talk
Yeah.
about Friday and Saturday against Adrian.
Mhm.
Uh, Really, it's everything this weekend to
Yeah.
try and clinch the championship for the regular season, the number one seed. I mean, there's all of it's on the line.
Mhm.
What do you guys need to do this weekend to come away with some victories, but enough points to get to the number one seed?
What we need to do is just win. We need to sweep. That's kind of been the message we've been going for. We've Adrian's kind of our rival here, so we're definitely a little more amped up than we normally would be just because of that. And just kind of sticking to it. We kind of Adrian does their thing, we do our thing, and we know what works against Adrian, so it's kind of what we've been working on.
Bobby, does it help at all? Earlier in the season, you guys had played them and defeated them in overtime. You had scored the opening goal in that game. Do you reflect back on that game at all? Maybe what happened, what didn't work, what worked, check the film, kind of was it worth it playing that game? Yes, you obviously had a victory, but how much is that game in value to this weekend?
I think that game kind of is a big point. It was earlier in the season, so I think that things will change, obviously, but it's a good stepping point to see where we're at compared to Adrian. And just seeing this our schedule at the beginning of the year, I knew these games were gonna be huge. So that game was a big kind of seeing point of where we're all at and how we can do.
What's going to happen this weekend, you think, from a pressure crowd standpoint for the campuses and your friends and your fans for that home and home series, not hosting both? What do you think that's going to be like?
I know Adrian's got their bar up top, and our guys always get chirped from them. But well, at home, I think our guys they enjoy having more people there. The bigger the student section, the better the guys play, I think. And so they feed off of the home crowd and the Adrian crowd. I think we have just as much mixes in there as they do, so they feed off of both of them, and they just like the noise.
I'd imagine your athletic departments are getting some tickets sold, trying to ramp this thing up for this weekend. But wanted to ask is at any point this season, was there maybe a moment or just kind of felt like this was a little bit more special than all the hard work and years in the past of, like this is just a little bit different this year.
At the beginning of the season, we won five in a row, and none of us really kind of realized it, but we saw that's we're there. So I mean, we noticed it kind of early, so it kind of helped us understand that we need to be. There is perfect, but that's kind of what we were thinking. We need to be perfect, and so when we work in practice and when we're doing things in practice, we're doing it tough. We're making it hard for other guys just so that we can be the best. And we knew this year, after those 5 games, that we got to really bear down and know our roles.
For the viewers out there, the Trine fans, your hockey journey, where did it start? Kind of places you've been and how did you get to Trine?
So I'm from Sault Ste. Marie, Michigan, all the way up north. I played all my junior career there. I kind of hopped back and forth from the Null. And then my age out season of juniors was the COVID year. So I didn't play a single game of juniors because I was on an American team and the league was in Canada. So I didn't play a single junior hockey game. And then so we played some ACHA teams. And then the last game of the season, we ended up playing Trine's NCAA team.
Okay.
And it was just kind of a good game for me. I played pretty well. And then my coach talked to Alex Todd after, and then that's just kind of how the ball started rolling after that. And then freshman year showed up.
For you, what was kind of the attraction of Trine? I imagine you might have had a couple of different options out there, but why Trine?
I like the campus, the on-campus rink was very nice. And the fact that we could stay, it was all of the freshmen were in the same dorm room. So it's all of us just bonding and enjoying our freshman year at college kind of thing. So that was super nice. And then also just how much the teachers understand that we are athletes, we are student athletes, but they now understand that we do love the sport that we play and that we want to improve in the sport that we play.
Last question for you, Bobby, to wrap this up. Your degree you're pursuing and aspirations after hockey is all done.
I am getting a degree in exercise science. I plan on being an athletic trainer after that, just any sport really. I just kind of love athletes, working with athletes. So
Well, awesome. Again, thank you, Bobby, for your time. Congratulations on being named the NCHA January Player of the Month, and best of luck this weekend and in the playoffs.